So now, question number 2 for Mr. Chetan Kumar, my 17-year-old buddy. The second question is, what would the future of personal branding be 10 years from today? What would the future be? Okay, even though this sounds like an intelligent future forecast question, I'll give you just the ground reality. Okay? For example, if I were to ask you, what would the future of management be 10 years from today? It's going to be more or less the same. People will come out with different theories, like there is servant leadership, there is leadership by example, there is authoritative leadership, there is extreme leadership, there is accountability leadership. You can have fancy terms, but at the end of the day, leadership is leadership, management is management, work is work. Okay? It's just that these authors come out with these fancy-pansy titles to sell their book because they want to make some money and they want to be famous. Because at the end of the day, all of us, whether it's an author, whether it's a speaker, we have to earn our livelihood. That's why we do all these gimmicks, write books or go for seminars or position ourselves as industry expert. It is for us to eat our daily bread, to live a good life. So I give you something of value. I hope you pay me some money. Okay? So that's why they come out with all these books. Now, in terms of personal branding, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same as it is. The only difference being is, because a lot more people will come to know what is personal branding, there will be more competition to market and sell yourself. However, given the fact that today the internet and social media is so vibrant and it's becoming more and more affordable to people, eventually everyone would know what is personal branding. There would be a mad rush for each one to kind of position himself in this crowded marketplace. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. You have at least 1 million engineers. I'm just roughly giving you 1 million engineers who graduate. So if every engineer tries to wonder, how do I position myself? Okay, I'm a creative engineer. Other guy says, I'm a results-oriented engineer. Third guy says, I'm an engineer who works more harder than anyone else. Another guy says, I'm an engineer from Harvard. Another guy says, I'm an engineer from Stanford. So each guy is trying to position himself differently. Another guy might say, I'm an engineer who knows 7 different languages. Another guy will say, I'm an engineer who worked with the most famous engineer in the world. So each guy will try to position himself differently. But what will happen is, as personal branding as a subject becomes easily available to everyone, as the internet becomes cheaper, as handheld devices become a normal stay with everyone. Today, even you see a 5-year-old kid has a handheld device with an internet connection. So everyone would know what is personal branding. Everyone would try to incorporate personal, changing and positioning themselves as very unique. But in the end, I think it'll come down to who is more obsessed, who has the right connection, who is the right person at the right time, at the right place, doing the right thing, and being competitive. So personal branding in the next 10 years is going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be very competitive. It's going to be very extreme. But then again, it's not going to reinvent anything. It's like, management. Management, 20 years ago was still management. Leadership was still the same. Business management, leadership today is also the same. The future also will be more or less the same. So as a subject, it's not going to change. But as a lifestyle, as something that people would apply, they would be more aware, but it would be a lot more competitive in nature. And only the real, the ones who are really educated, the ones who really have substance, they would survive. Just to give you an example here, it's like in the 80s, you had motivational coaches, you had inspirational coaches. Motivation was, if you told someone, I'm a motivational coach, it was a badge of honor. That is in the early 80s. That is what Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, all these guys came. Today, if you tell someone, I'm a motivational coach, they'll say, get out of here. Nobody wants a fucking motivational coach. It's like an insult. That's why they specialize on no more motivational coach. Once upon a time, walking on fire was like, wow. Today, if you walk on fire, it's like, it's a gimmick. People know it's a gimmick. So in the same way, it's like there will be trends. So maybe today personal branding, people can say I'm a personal branding strategist. 10 years from today or 20 years, they'll be, okay, you're a personal branding strategist, so fucking what? How does it help my bottom line? So that's the only thing. It's just going to be more competitive. It's going to be more difficult, and obviously the return on investment will be checked on. That is why whenever anyone tries to position themselves as a personal branding strategist, they find it very hard, because end of the day, why do I stand out, or why do people like Tom Peters or the big heavyweights stand out? Because they have written books, they have written articles, they have put up videos. See, for example, me, I put 4,500 videos and articles. 4,500. It has taken me literally 7 years of 10 hours each, on average of, let's say, 8 hours, like office work, because this was my office work. So it's very hard for anyone to overthrow me. They can maybe pay Google for a month, but after that they'll run out of cash. For me, it's more organic, because I put content online. I'm still putting content. This is also content, it's my time, it's my expertise. I edit this video, I put proper tags, I put proper descriptions, I market this to different people, and then I write articles. So it'll come down to content. So just to encapsulate, the future of personal branding 10 years from today will be very much, it'll be very competitive, very obsessively cutthroat, and in the end, only those who have credibility, who have strong recommendations, and who have substance, they will stand out.